if you've ever started a business, it can be extremely painful. I got into the insurance and financial industry years ago, and I want to talk to you about some of the challenges that I had when I got into the industry. Some may relate to your business, some may not. But these were challenges that I experienced that almost killed me in the business, and I think they can affect a lot of people, so we want to share them with you. Number one, I got to talk about unmet expectations. When you get into business, you're expecting everything to be great, everybody to say yes, and then you start getting a bunch of no's, and people are not interested. And right off the bat, there's a little bit of discouragement. We've done a video on, 6 things that our new entrepreneurs are going to experience that you can watch where I talk about that. But it was unmet expectations. Everybody's going to say yes. Everybody's going to be interested. And then you realize a lot of people are not. And it is a game of numbers, and you got to be prepared for that. But that was a big one for me. Number 2, every appointment that I went on, I had so much anxiety, so much anxiousness. I'm not used to selling anything, man. I'm not used to going to promote my business. I'm not used to talking to people. I'm not used to calling people. I'm not used to asking for appointments. I'm not used to pushing the envelope. I'm not used to overcoming objections. I'm not used to any of these things. It's really uncomfortable for me. And I realized that, man, if you're going to get good in business, you're going to have to get good at sales, communication, and processing. But there was so much anxiety around this that I just said, man, I don't know if this is for me. I don't think this is not my personality, And I remember driving, and I said, this just isn't for me. And God said this to me, in my head, how God speaks to us. He said, so Red Lobster is for you? That's what you were born to do? And I was like, no, I can do more, right? And you go through that conversation. But I remember just saying, man, you know what? It's not that it's not for you. It's that it's difficult and it's challenging. And this is why you're questioning the process. Think about anything that's good, that's extremely difficult. It is normal to ask yourself along the way, can I do this? Can I accomplish this? But it was a lot of anxiety. And I realized, I said, you know what, George? This is your personality, but these are your dreams and goals. And you may have to change your personality, not your values, what you truly believe in morals and character and all that. But you may have to change your preferences and how you feel about these things in order to get to these dreams. So I tell a lot of people, hey, your current personality may not be the one that you need to really win. You may have to rewrite some of those things that you've created through your environment as you were growing up. Let me give you number 3. I got negative results with so many areas that I was so disappointed. I would invite people to come see what I'm doing, and they'd be like, I'm here. And they would never, dude, I couldn't find something happened. I'm like, dude, where are you? I don't see, no, dude, I'm right here. And then they would never, I'm like, effing people, man. Why are they lying right now? Why don't you just say, I don't want it? Why can't you just tell the truth, man, right? So negative results with inviting people. I would invite people, they'd come, and then they see like all these people. They're like, dude, I didn't know what the hell that was, dude. I just left. It's just not for me. I'm like, dude, you don't even know what I do, man. But I experienced that. Field trainings, we call these practice appointments where you go with a trainer. And man, some trainers I had a trainer, didn't even show up to the meeting. I'm sitting there, I'm like, they're going to be here any second. And then I call and they're like, hey, something came up. And I'm like, you're telling me this now when I'm in this client's house? Like this, you know how bad I looked? Like we just ruined this, my one shot. Or people that were not good at sales that were taking me on appointments and trying to teach me. And I was like, dude, you're so salesy. Like, dude, that's a turnoff. Like anything that could have caused a person to quit, I've experienced. And the reality is I wanted to win so damn bad that I didn't allow those things to stop me. And what ended up happening is I said, man, I'm going to be better than those trainers. I'm going to learn from this experience. I'm going to invite more. I'm going to prepare better. But I got a lot of negative results in the very beginning. People would get started. Agents would get started. I'm fired up. I'm going to do this. And then they'd go back and have a conversation with somebody that would kill their dream. And then I'd have to encourage them. And no, well, I know what you're saying, man. But, right now I'm just going to stay with school and my job. I'm like, oh, you just told me that you don't want to finish that. You're not passionate about that. Your job is keeping you broke and you're not keeping your options open. Why, man? Because your broke friend said some dumb crap to you and now you think that this is not for you because they're freaking so damn smart that their life sucks too. Okay, so anyway, I had to deal with that. I had to deal with the clients changing their mind. I'm like, what do you mean you change your mind? What? I understand people do returns. I've done returns, but when it's happening to me, I'm like, no, I don't get it. Why do you, what changed, And you're learning this process of just sales. You're learning the process of business. And it's disappointing when you've never had to deal with that and now you're having to deal with it and you have to build some some thick skin, man, some thick skin. So negative results. Number 4, I start talking to people and recruiting people because I came from a real estate company. And at that company, they're the number 1 largest real estate company in the United States. They sell the most real estate. They have the most real estate agents. And so I came from that company, and my broker had probably 200 to 300 agents in the office. So in real estate, you're a broker, you're an agent. And so I get that concept. So when I came into insurance, I'm like, man, these guys allow me to build my own agency. I'm going to go build a team. And I start trying to recruit people. And people are like, is this a pyramid? Is this thing where like the person above you makes all this money? And I'm like, you mean like your boss and then their boss and then their boss, right? But then I had to go back to my first experience and was like, what is this? And how does this work? And I was skeptical. So I had to remind myself of that. But there's this huge misbelief in the world how business works. There's a business owner, there's an employee. And yes, when the employee generates a sale, shows up to work, cleans the table, takes the trash out, helps a client, whatever the job is, this person makes money. That's how the world works. If you're an employee today, the person that owns that business makes money when you work, okay? And so this concept of, is this like where you bring people and then they make money? And I'm like, yeah, that's how sales works. There's a broker, there's an agency. The difference is though, we're trying to help you become a broker. We're trying to help you build your own agency. Well, you're trying to do that so that you can make more money. Well, yeah, we do make more money, but you make more money too. So, what do you do for work? Well, I have this job. What's your position right now? Okay, cool. Who's above you? My manager. Who's above your manager? My regional manager. Who's above that? My district manager or regional. Who's above that? Vice president. Who makes the most money? Well, the person at the top. Yeah, person at the top, yeah. Are they trying to help you move up? No, not really. If anything, they're trying to keep you to where you are. You can't even move up till they move up. So I had to get this concept from a lot of employee-minded people. I had to overcome that many times with people because they didn't understand building an agency. Next one, markup. Well, are you guys going to how much money do you make, off of this? Or what are you charging me? Right? Are there extra fees for going through you? And it's normal because most businesses do charge to help people. And there are additional fees built into the product on top of it. It's a normal thing. This costs $1, you sell it for $3 or $5 or whatever that is, right? That's that markup. I love the insurance industry because we don't have any markup. If you call the company directly, you call me, it's the exact same thing because we're taking you directly to the company. But these were things that I had to deal with. People asking me questions about how much are you making? What's your fee? And this is normal, especially in real estate. Right? There's a big old class action lawsuit in real estate right now where they awarded hundreds of millions of dollars, right, in this area. And now in that world, those fees are negotiable because you do mark that up and you can mark it down. And so there's an issue there. Preset built-in commissions to the pricing of the product helps the insurance industry not have to have agents discount policies and do all this stuff because we just don't have that. There's one price, everybody sells the same thing. But that was an issue that I had to deal with. Cult mentality. Hey, I went to the meeting, dude. There was a lot of music. Everybody was like, hey, how are you? I felt like it was a cult. And I was like, you mean because there was culture? Like, is that why you felt like? Because people were like genuinely kind? It's interesting because I came to the meeting and I remember coming to my first meeting, which we have a separate video on that. And everybody was friendly. And I was like, what the hell do these guys want? The hell do they want to sell me? Like, what's going on here? And I remember feeling that way, like, they're just being friendly. They're not really like this. Because I was so skeptical because I dealt with so many freaking jerks, so many rude people. I'd show up to the real estate office. Nobody would even say hi, like they were freaking Jesus, too busy to say hello, okay? And just, hey, what's up, man? I'm real busy. What do you need? Oh, never mind. And now people are friendly, and now I'm skeptical because they're friendly. But I had to deal with that, Hey, everybody there, they're all excited. They're all like, well, shit, man, isn't everybody supposed to be excited wherever they go? The challenge is when it's fake enthusiasm versus real enthusiasm. Nobody's in a locker room, okay? Nobody's in a locker room with the Kansas City Chiefs when they're getting ready for the game and they're jumping. Bam! What's up, man? You ready? You ready? Nobody thinks that shit's weird, right? Because that's what? That's acceptable. That's their culture. That's their culture, the chant, the this, the that, the camaraderie, the huddle, the handshake, the dance on the field. Because why? That's so socially accepted from everybody. But then something's not. And guess what? It's your job to get clear on what really matters and then make that culture yourself, your own way, right? Whoever you are. But Stop accommodating other people's beliefs that have no culture on what kind of culture you should have. So that was a different one. Then we had negative reviews. Hey, you know what, man? My buddy, he tried insurance and it didn't work out. Hey, I went online and they said some dumb stuff about this. So, when you go look up Christianity, it's a freaking scam. Christianity is the greatest cult. You're going to find negative things on Christianity. I believe in the values of Jesus. I believe in being a good husband. I believe in the Bible and taking whatever truth you can take from it. I believe in grace. I believe in forgiveness. I believe in redemption. I believe in the 10 Commandments. Those are things that I take from my faith, right? But a lot of people will say it's a complete scam. It's a complete this, right? You can go find anything negative that you want, or you can find positive things. At a restaurant, when you provide great service, you get a thank you, maybe a little bit bigger tip, and that's it. But if you have bad service, everybody in the world, can I talk to a manager right now? People should do that, and I want to inspire you, encourage you to do that when it's a great service. Can I talk to a manager right now? Not in that tone, right? And I've done this, and I learned this from my mentor, and it's a great thing to do. Hey, can you get me a manager, please? Yeah, is everything okay? Everything's fine. If you could just get me the manager, really appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. You were awesome. The manager comes over, and here's what the manager's thinking. What the hell's wrong? Here's another freaking complaint from somebody that wants a free damn appetizer, okay? Because that's how you fix problems in the restaurant business. Free appetizer, extra dessert, okay? Let me take an item off. And he comes over, and I'm like, hey, man, I just want to let you know. And you start off with this tone, like serious. You got to try this. It's fun to do it. Once you do it once, you want to keep doing it because the reaction you get from the manager, the sense of relief, the gratitude, the friendliness, and I don't do it to get anything free. Then they'll be like, hey, glass of wine. I don't need any of that. I just want to tell you, right? So, hey, I just need to tell you in a serious tone, John is freaking amazing, man. One of the best servers. We had such a great time tonight. You're doing a phenomenal job with your staff, man. Really? Thank you so much. I thought this was going to be a complaint, right? So do that. Be the person that complains, that wants to file that complaint on a positive experience. Where it's not a complaint, it's a plaint, okay? Positive complaint. I don't know how you say that. But go be that person, man. People, we need more of that, right? So negative reviews, positive reviews. You're always going to fight against something when you stand up for something, okay? And if you don't stand up for anything, right, then you fall for everything. That's the whole concept there. So the last guys, people quitting. People quitting. When I got staff quitting, agents quitting, when you're in business, that turnover can really affect you, and you get disappointed, and then you start asking like, doesn't anybody want it? Doesn't anybody? And then you find a few people that are 100% like you, that want it, that are committed, and those people encourage you. Those people make you want to get even better. But you got to be that person of value, regardless of what people do, regardless of what people say. You be world class in all aspects. But that's one you're going to have to deal with. And then lastly, disloyalty. I remember there was several people where I'm mentoring these guys and having conversations every evening, and I'm walking around my apartment at that time and I'm coaching, and then that person ends up leaving the team and then trying to go recruit our guys to go with them. And it's like, man, the power of disloyalty, right? On how that can give you a hard heart. Somebody can disappoint you, be disloyal, and you get, you know what you say, man, I'm never going to pour into people like that, man. I'm never going to give that much to people. The problem is not that you gave that much. It's them. They have to deal with that. They have to deal with the fact that they had a great mentor, great friend, and the way they said thank you to that friendship is to turn their back on it. No disrespect. I'm not angry at the person. Will I be cordial? Yes. Will I be kind? Yes. Will I ever have that person as a best friend again? Probably not. Will we ever have that level of relationship? No. Will I forgive? 100%. But that disloyalty can give you a hard heart. And you got to go back and say, man, you know what? Even Judas, Jesus had a Judas, right? That was disloyal, that betrayed him. And that's part of life. And you know what happens? The disloyalty makes you appreciate loyalty. The people that disappoint you, that are not grateful, make you appreciate the right people. The wrong people make you appreciate the right people. The wrong clients make you appreciate the right clients. And spend more time with people that are the right people. All these things that I went through, they all have to do with people. They all have to do with your interpretation of what is happening and how to deal with this. And you can have a negative mindset, or you can have an overcoming mindset that transforms the negative experience into a positive perspective that allows you to get to that next level. I hope me sharing some of my challenges that I dealt with let you know that they're normal, and so that you don't quit along the way when the future is waiting for you. Take care, everybody.